Hello, please forgive the disturbance. This is the only dry spot in about 8,000 miles of Hurricane Florence's downpour and stuff. It's had to take a little break here, but this is episode 2 of what I call Trump's unkept promise and the MSM's complete cover-up over the criminality of the pharmaceutical industry, which I tried a couple of Google attempts, so there's just nothing out there. I'm one of the few people that's on top of it. Please listen. And as I said before, I don't care if you like my channel, my episodes, or whatever. This is one of the times I'm asking you to please like, share, and distribute amongst your friends, because it'll explain shit to them that they don't know why they're not getting the medication that's life-saving to them, and they may have already been, actually it's been enough months to, they may already be dead or being near dying because of the pharmaceutical shortage, which President Trump and his first State of the Union address in January, I'm not going to go back and dig out that stuff like you people want and say where he promises to bring down drug prices when he knew they were about to arrest thousands of pharmaceutical drug buyers and DEA licensed wholesalers and middlemen. That's already happened, and the outcome is fucking horrendous. And now this is where I just tell you to fucking shut up, sit back, and listen. Listen and learn. This is not some overproduced channel that tries to keep it to 5 minutes or 7 or 8 minutes or shit like that. I told you from the beginning, you're not going to find me overproducing, doing a lot of cutting and going back. I'm not going to put, because my memory is better than yours. Actually, I used to test perfect in memory until recently, and I'm kind of glad it's kind of diminishing. To tell you the truth, as I know, as I get older, you have to compress old memories to make new memories. And sometimes I listen to even horrible music to trigger the orientation response so that I don't enter dementia, and I'm only 64. There are a lot of you out there that are not even 50 years old, 55, and you're already in early dementia because you've lived your entire life in a rut. And I know most of you watching right now are millennials who couldn't tell the shit about shit. You don't like the fact that I'm old and ugly and wrinkly and shit like that, but I'm here to inform you and educate you, not entertain you. And this is a blog. This is a vlog. This is, and never designated this a science or entertainment channel. Now I'm going to start off right off the bat by lighting a cigarette, because I know I have at least like 12 minutes left. I want to repeat. Like the channel, subscribe. Oh, you don't have to like. Fuck that shit. I don't care whether you like me or not. Fuck you. You're fucking most of you are a bunch of fucking millennial assholes. Subscribe to the channel and keep up with an update that neither the Trump administration nor the media has been covering this criminal activity that goes back to Obama. And that's where I should start, is that for those of you who are taking care of, disabled family members going back to Obama, you notice that suddenly, even like Walmart, Walmart had a special like fucking 10 years ago that said like 3 prescriptions for $4, and they promptly backed off. They meant 3 aspirin-like drugs or other shit for $12 a month. The cheapest drugs on the market Yeah, it was all a lie. Walmart's one of the biggest liars on this planet. Much like you and your political party, I'm a total independent. Yeah, you can't con me. And under Obama, the price of generics and other stuff went up at least 4 to 6 to 8 to 10, 12 times. And Trump, to reiterate once again, in his State of the Union address back in January of this year, said and brought down the House, I'm going to bring down the price of prescription drugs. And that's the title of this series, is Trump's Unkept Promise and my disappointment in Trump, who's actually he's not a conservative. He's a centrist appeaser. In the State of the Union, he had something for everybody. If you listen to it one more time, bring it up on YouTube. He has something for everybody, including wetbacks, dreamers, everything. He had something for everybody, which is just fucking despicable. It's not conservative. Okay, 6 minutes. Let me kind of define myself here before I go on. I'm an independent, ultra-conservative and stuff like that, but I believe in what the Bible says, which is like God commands us to care for the weak and the frail, but the able-bodied are to glean the fields. They are to get out there after the fields have been cropped and stuff like that and look for, just like Ruth did. And they're to accept any job that pays anything to fill their belly and keep clothes on their back and a roof, or at least a tarp over their head and stuff like that. And that's where it's gone wrong in so many states, like up in Yankee land, like Maine and stuff like that, where Governor LePage in the last 8 years, which I helped him get reelected, he's, I think, reduced, the extraordinary welfare giveaways, which up in Maine, $1.7 billion in Maine is big money, because their own media, which is totally silent now, because they know they're going to lose the Republicans again, the conservatives again. They used to actually argue for days over amounts as small as $50,000 in some township, or even in I need to get back to the point at hand, which is that Trump promised to bring down prescription prices, and he hasn't done it. And there's some asshole trying to, Winkler, that's my doctor. You can go to, please, Dr. Winkler, you can go to voicemail. So, this is my greatest disappointment in Donald J. Trump, who my family voted for, even though most of us are independent conservatives. We have our own view, and we don't toe the party line. And I actually beat down, with the help of another local man, the local GOP party chair, when he said, we got to vote for Ted Cruz. And we all said, Ted Cruz thumped the Bible and mobilized the militant atheist group so much that he doesn't have a chance to win. You got to be realistic. You got to vote for the guy that's going to win. Now, Hillary Clinton was such a drunk, stumbled down, accompanied around everywhere by her 380-pound black handler with his 100-milligram diazepam injector to stop the shakes and DTs of alcoholism. I'm just saying, I'm a total independent. I don't follow any party platform or anything else, and what I'm trying to tell you about right now is that in this year alone, Donald Trump failed to keep a promise that he made during his State of the Union address, which is to bring down pharmaceutical prices. And I say plenty of time, look, I'm an old athlete. I'm a former private contractor. I'll handle that soon before you get to the next. I'm a private contractor. I'm a soldier for this country. that did shit in foreign countries that you couldn't possibly ever fucking do because you don't have my language skills, can't fight, you don't know shit. A lot of people died. And with no guarantee and no pension, no nothing to me. No rescue, no nothing. But you made promises, President Trump. And I kept my promises to you and Jimmy Carter, who actually I voted for because I'm an independent. Jimmy Carter was actually a very good president. For you fuckers that ain't so brain damaged you don't know the facts. Only $59 billion in debt in 4 years, and he refused to embrace Keynesian economics, which was immediately followed by Reagan as just horrendous Keynesian economics, just like FDR, the original commie Democrat. You people need to listen, learn, subscribe to this channel because I'm an old man. I'm one of the most intelligent people you'll ever fucking meet. And, actually I've run off 6, 7 subscribers because they were hippies. I'm going like, no, I'm not going to tell you how to make CBD oil or tell you any, because you don't show any signs of wanting to learn cannabinoid chemistry. And so now I'm going on to politics, social things, etc. And I have 3.5 minutes to finish this up. President Trump, you made a promise in January of this year and you failed to keep it. The price of the drug that serves all of us old soldiers, private contractors, who truly have PTSD. I'm not talking about you cocksuckers coming from Afghanistan who've been fed a steady diet of fucking like, was it dexedrine, Spansules, and Ambien? All you fuckers are schizophrenics with just generalized anxiety disorder. I have real PSD. I went through the 10 years of seizures, mitral valve prolapse. Most doctors can't even diagnose or know what is the real diagnostics for PTSD. And for 28 years, I have required and needed Xanax, brand name only, because the generic Mylan controls every other name that sounds like it's not Mylan. And their product is shit with almost usually nothing in it. And you, President Trump, in the last year, has stopped the production of brand name Xanax for warriors. I'm going to focus on one drug first. You made Pfizer because they had no DEA license that weren't already arrested. You had no DEA licensed wholesalers to distribute to the pharmacy chains that were already caught bid rigging and already in federal prison. And in that time, the price of my medication has gone from $400, $420, $440 in Texas, which is the lowest. It's now at Walgreens, Dow Jones Industrial now, baby. They displaced my nephew's place of employment, General Electric, is number 30. They're number 30 because their total dollar volume and their health care delivery systems and their total dollar volume, they're number 30 on Dow Jones. And you, President Trump, have done nothing to control the fact that I now have to compete with fucking people that have 15 oil wells, 47,000 acres, 28,000 head of cattle, and have no trouble, I'm going to end this real quick, have no trouble paying $1,500 to $2,000 for a month's worth of supply of Xanax. And the last time I had a trouble with Walgreens, with a bunch of social justice warriors, which I'll describe later, that was the same time that I met and had a chat with a guy who loves Texas. His name is Robert Duvall, the guy in Godfather. And we had a lovely chat. I didn't tell him his last 2 movies made me want to puke. Okay, stand by for episode 3.